Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to stick to the show gardens because they're starting to look so amazing. This is the one that goes adjacent to the driveway. And then away from that you can see we've got rows and rows of lilies followed by the hostas farther down. So let's take a walk through and have a look. This might be useful to those of you who saw what we did last week and maybe the week before. As you can see the evolution of these flowers. It's really kind of amazing. Marigolds are certainly bright. And we've got the irises mixed in with the daylilies, mixed in with the hostas. Looks like we've got some peonies in there too. Here's a really interesting flower. This one's called the red hot poker. Kind of red on top and yellow below. Very interesting, very pretty flower. Got something right to bloom here. And here are the daylilies, you can see. Meaning they're going to be blooming very, very soon. Oddly enough, I don't see any that are blooming, but boy, are they close. This small garden's got a whole bunch more plants to plant in it, but it's pretty full already. You can see this is a masterful design. It just really is. Here's an interesting one. Looks like it's already a dried flower. This one's called Forbidden Kiss, but boy is it attractive. Looks like one of the few that's already begun to bloom. More fields of daylilies. Look how much this has improved since we first started on it. All the rocks surrounding it and the plants planted below the tree stump. And here are the rows of hostas. Check out this stone walk. Isn't that interesting? It's sort of a path. Our goal is to possibly put in some benches and make it possible for people to come through and just sit in the garden and enjoy. Here, this row of hostas is blooming. Aren't they pretty? Pretty and purple. Got a whole row of them. There's another whiter one out there blooming. And we've got these variegated ones that are just ready to open right now. That's close. Really haven't done much around that tree yet. But again, we've got row after row after row after row of hostas. I must confess, before I came here, I didn't know there were this many different varieties of hostas, and I've had them for years. There's that same purple one. And more that are blooming, but are different. So not only are the leaves different, but the blooms themselves are different. There's a good contrast. Boy, those are nice full flowers on that row. Aren't they pretty? And at the end of these hostas, we have more daylilies. These are those really dense plants. I found out that they've actually been here for about 10 years. And for some reason they haven't been brought into the larger group. But that's why you see them so large. Good grief. Each one of these clumps has many flowers. Well, there's a batch of really pretty ones. Let's see here. Those look like orange sherbet to me.